Many people don't understand that just because you've got some money in the bank today, that does not mean that that is your money. You could have $100,000 in your bank account right now, but like tomorrow, like you got to pay $200,000 of bills. So like it can be very, very deceiving for people. And I think like the crux of the issue is that I see a lot of contractors, they don't understand their numbers. They don't know their true cost. They're not tracking their cost, and they're not doing it in real time. Like, job costing is like this foreign concept to so many people, and they're like, our bookkeeper will figure it out, or I don't have the time for that, or I don't know how to do that, or like I hear all these excuses why they can't do the job costing. And then at the end of the day, though, they're like the ones sitting there wondering where the hell's all the money gone. And like I think that is like the crux of this, is that like you have to understand your numbers and know what are your true costs. Are you pricing the jobs correctly? And then again, where's your overhead? How much, what to keep the lights on, keep the bills, keep the business going? Like, what do you need to do? And then at the end of the day, that's your net income. And I think a lot of people kind of mix up the difference between, their gross profit, their net income. They think that just because they're paying themselves and they're paying their people, like that they're building a healthy, profitable business. And like, that is not often the case. Like you have to understand what goes into managing the cash flow, because with construction, and especially as you start taking on larger and larger projects, that's cool and that's fun and that's exciting that like you start getting, bigger projects, but like at the same time, you are taking on more risk. Every single larger project you take on, if somehow that project goes south, you could find yourself in a deep, dark hole and owe a lot of money and have a lot of problems, where like that one job that you thought was like going to be the best job in the world, that could literally put you under. And so like, this is where, again, I'm so passionate about, job trade, and like what we're doing for these contractors is like, this gives you the ability to track your job cost in real time. Like if you see that you are over budget, then like you need to course correct immediately. Like, can you use change orders? Can you renegotiate with your vendor, your supplier? Like, what happened? Like, so many people don't stop to do performance reviews and analyze how did they perform on a job, and they keep making the same mistakes over and over and over again. Like, and then they think it's just going to get better. Like, I think that's like the definition of insanity. Like, that's crazy, right?
Yeah, exactly, man.